Hi guys, welcome back to the Maine Road Expedition. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have a home game against AFC Liverpool, and then we follow it up with the tie in the FA Vase against Holmond. Um, we were going to come back for the Runcorn Linnets game, but that game got moved forward slightly because of the draw of the cup tie. So we go into it today with the league game against Liverpool and follow it up with that FA Vase game. Form has been interesting to say the least since you were last with us. Um, Obviously, we had a decent. We were poor in the draw against Stockport Town, but we had a really good win in the FA Vase last round. We followed that up with a heavy defeat against Silsden. We changed formation again, and we ended up winning 4-3 against Bootle. Bootle are in the bottom four though, but it took us right until the 93rd minute to get the winner. But those two goals came after we went down to 10 men as well. We tried a 4-2-4, and we've improved going forward, but defensively we looked very vulnerable. So we reverted back to the 4-3-3, and again, it really didn't look particularly good. So going into today's game, I'm taking a bit of a risk. We're going for a gegenpress system. We've not done it since taking charge at Maine Road. I know for a fact it'll tire the players out, but I feel that we'll get stuck into teams a little bit more, and we should try and press our advantage a little bit more. But again, it's just going to be one of them scenarios. We'll have to see how it goes. As you can see, for the actual roles that we're going to be playing, it's not particularly well suited for our players, but it is going to be what it'll be. We're going to push higher up the pitch. We are going to press teams a lot more. I'm just hoping that, like I say, we can just try and be a little bit more creative, and hopefully with pressing that little bit more and moving further forward up the pitch, we might be a little bit more dangerous going forward than we have been in the past. But in saying that, we're also having that higher defensive line, and we could get caught out. We haven't got a lot of pace at the back, so it is something that is quite a risk to be taken, to be honest, but we'll see how we get on. Jack Williams here with a free kick. It lofted in, but Exley cleared with ease, and Elston picks it up. Good pressure on him, but he's still holding onto the ball quite well. This is Exley now. Launches it over the top, and there's that ball in behind that I feared, and they've hit the post. Simmons actually manages to clear, but not a bright start from our boys. Two shots against us already in the opening 5 minutes. Um, Obviously, the thing with the gegenpress as well, it is a possession-based game. We need to be good at with keeping hold of the ball and passing and everything like that. And at the moment, have we got the personnel for it? Probably not. But the style of play could benefit us in the long term. Houston just about beating the opposition striker to the ball there. He did quite well. We haven't got the sweeper keeper setting. It always makes me so nervous. And in terms of the ball playing defenders, I've not. I've just got us as normal centre backs. Our centre backs haven't got the quality to be ball playing defenders, to be honest. So there's no need for us to do that. Houston again making a save. Brown in behind for the fourth time already today, and defensively we're looking very poor. I'm just hoping that going forward we can improve. Green with a very good save there. Jack Williams with a very good free kick, to be fair, but it was well saved. Right here with the corner. Swings it in toward the near post. It's cleared away, and Elston picks it up. We need to wake up a little bit. Liverpool have really done well to create opportunities. We are a better team, in my opinion, and we are higher up the league than AFC Liverpool, but at the moment, we're not looking like it. Here's Simmons with the throw into Alabi. Now Jack Williams, who's on a yellow card, incidentally. Robert Hanna picks it up on that left-hand side, finds Jack Williams, and it's bundled around in the penalty area, and Langfield couldn't get control of it and get a shot away. Pears does well to find Hill on that left-hand side, but the chance comes to nothing. Still 0-0 as we head into the second half, and yes, we've done well in possession, but in terms of chances created, Liverpool have done far better than we have. and it is a concern. And as you can see, player fitness is going to be a thing to keep an eye on in these scenarios. And with a couple of injuries already in play and Noble's suspended on that left-hand side as well, so certainly things to be concerned about. We're getting a Iheanacho one for Langfield. He's had a shocking game and he's taken a knock, so there's no point in keeping him on. And here we go with AFC Liverpool. It's Exley. Plays it back to Page. Now Conte. Into Cunniff. Latona. Moving down that left-hand side. Can we just... I wish we'd just get stuck in a little bit. We're supposed to be pressing, and we've just left them completely open. Marriott struck it from distance. No one put a challenge on him. And it went out off the post. Houston into Oliver. Just lays it into right. That's the kind of play that we need from the centre-backs. I know they've not got the ball-playing defender setting set onto them, but I'm just hopeful that they know better than to just lump it in this system. Here's Williams into Alabi. He does lump it forward. Robert Hanna couldn't quite get into it. It's come for Hill, and it's bundled around, and it's fallen in the end for Josh Iheanacho, and he's managed to get the finish. It fell from very fortuitously, it has to be said, but it doesn't matter. We've managed to get a goal, and I don't know if the assist was from Hanna or Hill or whether it was a deflection or what, but we have a lead. 1 hour gone, and we are a goal to nil here. And chance-wise, it's evened up a little bit. We seem to have been a little bit better in this second half. Houston here into Oliver. Just smashes it forward. Iheanacho did challenge for it, but couldn't really get onto it. And Cooper plays it into Elston. Now Cooper. Latona down this left-hand side. Plays it back to Conte. Switches the play superbly, and there's Brown, there's Elston, there's the equaliser. And Brown's been getting in behind constantly today, and this time it's certainly gone against us. It's 1-1, and our lead has lasted a matter of minutes. Not ideal. I don't know what it is. Every single thing I'm trying it seems to be falling on our defence, but like the last game against Runcorn, I had 5 or 6 players rating 6 or less, and that was not doing this system. So it's certainly proving to be a difficult time at the moment. We're struggling in our current spell. There's not really much we can do. Alabi, that's a good ball over the top, and Josh Iheanacho's in behind, and he should have done better. He should be doing a lot better with that finish. If that was Robert Hanna from last season, you see that going in. Here's Simmons with the resulting corner, whips it into the near post. It's cleared away again, but he picks it up, tries to fire it into the penalty area, and Page blocks it and manages to get it away. We've got 20 minutes left. I think I'm going to have to make some substitutions. Jack Williams on a yellow card and struggling for fitness. He's going to come off. And Sam Oliver is exactly the same. Fiataro is going to come on for him. And that's going to be that. The other issue with this system at this level is obviously you only get 3 substitutions rather than 5. So that is another big problem that we may face with doing this setup. Here is Brown. Moving down this right-hand side, or trying to move down the right-hand side, and the ball's just been lumped forward, and Houston just picks it up and finds Hill. Much better quick distribution from Houston there. Iheanacho does enough, and Jack Williams picks it up, looks over the top, and Burnett's in behind, lays it across for Iheanacho, and we've retaken the lead. It's certainly been an action-packed 10 minutes or so here, but Josh Iheanacho with a brace, and he certainly seems to have looked a bit better with the pressing forward setup. Obviously with the wingers being a little bit further forward as inside forward roles as well. He has got that little bit extra support. We are still going to make those 2 changes though. I think we need to have that little bit of freshness in there. But hopefully this time we can hold on. It's been quite an even game. Liverpool have had a couple more attempts at goal, but in terms of shots on target, it's been quite even. We've had a little bit better in the way of possession. And in terms of pass completion, again, a little bit better, but it's still a very tight game. And here is Frimpong down this left-hand side. He whips it in, looking for Elston, who won the header in the end, but it's gone over the crossbar, fortunately for us. And I mean, there's been a lot of fouls from both sides as well. I don't think either side's really managed to get into a proper flow in the game. XG's relatively close as well. But going into the last minute or two of injury time, we've managed to come out on top here potentially with the 3 points. There is going to be a last highlight though. Green with the kick. Robert Hanna wins the header, finds Iheanacho, and there could be a last chance for us. It's certainly at the end of the pitch where we want it. He squares it back, and there is Burnett. He managed to get his leg around the defender, and he's managed to direct it toward goal. It's 3-1. And could it have gone the other way? Yes, of course it could. But I think for the first game, playing with this much intensity, I think we've done quite well to get the result. Um, and I think after a few games, I think the players might settle into this system. I mean, the 4-3-3 we've been playing anyway, it's just having that extra intensity. So we'll have to see how things go. But a reasonable result there, 3-1 win. It pushes us up the league table again a little bit. Incidentally, West Didsbury and Charlton, who were 12 games won out of 12, they've since drawn and lost a couple of games as well. So they have started to drop points. There are other teams in form, but potentially a door opening if we can get a decent run of results. Perhaps we can be challenging even for the playoff. Obviously, it's first or second place, so it's going to be difficult either way. But hopefully we can just try and push on. There is about a week before the game in the FA Vase, so you'll have to bear with me, and hopefully in doing this setup we can get another good win in the cup, and just continue our progress, and hopefully we've found a bit of a tactic that works for us a bit more long term, despite how much it affects the players. Okay guys, here we go for the game in the FA Vase. I apologise for the light, I am recording it a little bit later than I intended, but here we go. Fingers crossed we can continue and get another good result on the board and continue our cup run. As you can see, the league table is there. It doesn't matter about this game, of course, but we're sat in 7th place at the moment, and to be honest, we're in a good position. Top half finish was the target, and that is exactly where we're sat at the moment, so hopefully that form will continue as well. Going into this game again, I don't know about the levels of the opposition, so it's a case of going into this game and hoping that we can get a good result. But we'll see how it goes. We have rotated a little bit. We are giving a couple of other players an opportunity, so let's see how we get on. And like I say, any cup run is great. We need the money, and we've put a reasonably strong squad, even though it's slightly rotated. And I'm just hopeful that it will be enough to get us through and get some more money in the bank. Early stages would probably suggest it is going to be a close game, though. Possession is very even. Number of chances is kept to a complete minimum, really, in the opening 10 minutes. And we'll have to just wait and see how things go, I think. Opportunity potentially coming here, though. Brookfield with the delivery forward. Oliver into Payne. He loses out to Cooper. Charnock back into Cooper. Now Parkin. Colbert to Fitzpatrick. Back to Colbert. Now Parkin again. They're passing the ball quite well here. Hanna, good interception from him. And now Hughes into right. Iheanacho. Chance to play it inside if he can. Instead he plays it out wide and Hanna picks it up on that left hand side. Back to Hughes. Delivers it in. Collins is at the far post and it's somehow squeezed in. I think it clipped the crossbar. Then it hit Brookfield. Then the bar again. And then it just ended up falling just over the line. We'll just have a look at it again. Hughes whips it in. Collins won the header. The keeper actually touched it onto the crossbar, but it didn't quite stay out. And we have a lead here against Holmond. And in terms of chances in the opening 20 minutes, we've kept them to nothing at the moment. So right here with the delivery. There's Oliver smashing it off the woodwork from the corner. Not a bad effort at all. It remains 1-0. And we are certainly looking a lot better going forward. We seem to be a little bit more comfortable with the higher line as well, but obviously the players will get used to this over time, so it is something that we'll keep an eye on as time goes on. Here comes Collins down this right hand side, still going. His shot took a deflection, and I'm not entirely sure why he didn't just cross it first time. Instead, he just ran it out of play. Bit of a strange one, but it remains 1-0, and certainly positive signs here, and hopefully we can push on as we approach half time, and if not, hopefully we can do so in the second half. But certainly signs to be positive. There's not a lot of goals in the FA Vase at the moment, a lot of 0-0 still in the first half of matches. Here's Sam Wright, whips it in. I'm not sure if Iheanacho was onside or not there. No, he wasn't. He was just off. It was whipped in by Sam Wright, though. Really good ball into the penalty area. Unfortunately, it just didn't quite work out for us. And Holman, toward the end of the first half, just having a couple of shots at goal. Nothing coming of them, though. And we look to push on in the second half. Total has not to get complacent. It is only a 1-goal lead, despite us being favourites and playing well. Right here with the delivery. It's cleared away. Payne picks it up. Plays it back to Wright, who's just out on this left-hand side. And now Alabi with the strike. Smashes it off the crossbar. What a strike that was from the centre-back. It was in a bit of a strange position, really, but not too bad an effort. Hughes here into Hannah. Back to Hughes. Now Wright picks it up. Plays it inside, tried to play the perfect pass for Collins, couldn't quite find him. Alabit into pairs. Now Collins. Back to Simmons, whips it in. Hannah's there, it's just wide. It's not an ideal effort from him. And as I was saying before, we are struggling for a regular goal scorer at the moment, but I'm hoping with the added pressing that we do, I'm hopeful that we can start to get a regular amount of goals from at least one, maybe even two players. Collins off the woodwork this time, offside though, which was unfortunate, but we've hit the woodwork about 4 times so far today. One of them's ended up going in, obviously the other 3 haven't, so. But an hour gone, we've certainly been the better side, but only 3 shots on target out of our 15 attempts, which isn't particularly good, in my opinion. Oliver here, playing it forward. Band does well to clear. Pears does really well to pick it up and finds Robert Hannah, and he manages to squeeze himself between the midfielder and the fullback. He picks it up again, plays it to the edge of the penalty area, and Pears strikes, and again, off target. We need to be hitting the target with these attempts. Certainly not most ideal. We've dominated the game, but there's a free kick here in a dangerous area for Holmond. And I've got a feeling it's going to be whipped in toward that near post of Houston, and Jones strikes it, and it's off the woodwork, and we managed to get it clear. Payne picks it up, and that will be that. Fitness-wise, we're not looking too bad, and considering the system we're playing, I'm quite impressed with the lads' fitness. Iheanacho's had a really poor game up front, though, hasn't he? We need to probably make a couple of changes, but right here, with the chance to play it into the penalty area from a corner, whips it in. There is Alabi, and there is his 3rd of the season. He certainly likes the FA Vase, doesn't he? 3 goals in the 2 cup ties for him. Really good set piece, and we have finally put our domination into effect and managed to extend our lead. And on that note, we are going to make a couple of changes, I think. Iheanacho's going to come off. We're going to get Cation Langfield on. And I think we'll get Jack Williams on as well for Matt Pears. And Josh King-Phillips has only just come back from injury. I think we'll give him a little bit of game time as well. For Robert Hannah, we'll just give him 20 minutes or so here at the end of the match, just to get a little bit of fitness, really. And if we can be creative at all, then that would be even better. But an assist for our left back and our holding midfielder in Sam Wright there, so not too bad. The wing back system certainly seems to be aiding us going forward as well. But again, lack of goals from the strikers. Joe Collins with a goal and Alabi from the set piece. So look at the number of attempts, 22 attempts at goal, but only 5 on target. We need to be at least hitting 50% of shots on target, and it's just not happening at the moment. Right with the delivery, there's Alabi, and he's hit the bar and the post with that header. Very unlucky from his point of view. And I mean, like I say, we've hit the woodwork, including that attempt, probably 5-6 times in this match now. it's been a very convincing performance. Here is King Phillips. That's a nice pass from him into Cation Langfield, who strikes it well over the crossbar. And again, it's a really poor effort, and it's like we're panicking in front of goal and just trying to smash it all the time. And I think we need to just calm it down a little bit, to be fair. But overall, very good performance. Yes, we conceded a few more chances toward the end of the game, but our back four were outstanding. Back five, well, our back six was outstanding, really. And then on this right hand side, we looked quite strong as well. So another good performance, and we look to move on from here. I'm not entirely sure how the fixtures will line up. I'm hoping what will potentially happen is the FA Vase will come in again quite close to the Macron Cup fixture, which is at the end of next month. And if so, we could have a double cup episode. But I'm just going to have to wait for this to load through, and then we can have a little bit of a look and see where we're going to come back for. A little bit disappointed in Iheanacho today. He was a little bit lackluster, shall we say. 6.2 rating for him. Certainly not one of his better performances. But overall, in terms of our defence and midfield, yes, Piers didn't have a good game. But everyone else, very good ratings. And overall, I think we played very, very well. So certainly signs to be positive, and I'm hoping that this setup will allow us to be a little bit more confident. Obviously, if we can get a run of wins, confidence will come with it anyway, but we'll have to see how things go. I'm hoping it's not going to take too long to run through this. For some reason today, I don't know why, my laptop seems to be running a little bit slower than normal. So for some reason, there's a bit of lag time with it at the moment, and not entirely sure what's causing it, but I'm hopeful that I can get it sorted ASAP. As such, I am running out of things to say. I was hoping this would load through a little bit quicker. I think going forward, we will stick with this gegenpress style. It seems to have brought out a couple of good performances. Yes, against Liverpool, we looked a little bit vulnerable at the back, but we look more dangerous going forward, and I think that is going to be quite an important factor in this. But we'll have to just see how it goes. But I am planning on sticking with this for a little while, given the fact that we have looked a lot better, especially in the midfield. I think we've looked a lot more confident this time round, and hopefully it will maintain our results a little bit more. I think what I'm going to have to do is I'll just end it here, guys. I'm sorry to have done to do this, but it's taking its time again. So I will see you all for tomorrow's video. We'll probably have at least one cup tie. We'll come back toward the end of the month for that Macron Cup tie at least. And if the FA Vase game comes next to it, hopefully it could be even a double cup episode. So until then, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.